Join me as I dive deep into the claims from Tinubu and see if I can uncover the truth behind the Minister of Finance and Peter Obi allegation about mysterious France MOU and tax law fraud. The Minister of Finance called Tinubu a liar in a National Assembly meeting. He said Nigeria economy is under pressure, inflation about 30%, debt, savings allowance, revenues and millions push closer to poverty. So here is the question Nigeria are now asking when Tinubu speak of economic reforms and foreign alignment, we are seeing the full picture or only what are we meant to see? Look at what Tinubu have to say.
But those who may not know will not know. Today I'm standing before you, I can brag that Nigeria is not borrowing, it's dying from local bank. The revenue, we have met our target of revenue for the whole year. We met it in August. I've reviewed this morning. Non-oil.
Tonight, we will examine a growing controversy involving President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his Minister of Finance, Will Udo, and former Anambra Governor Peter Obi. At the center of it all, claims about economic recoveries, a France/Nigeria memorandum of understanding, and questions under tax law, transparency and trust. President Tinubu has repeatedly defended his economic reforms, pointing to international partnership, including agreement with France, as proof that Nigeria is back on a credible path. But critics say something does not add up. They urge that details of France MOU remains unclear. It is financial obligation and its implication for Nigeria tax framework poorly explained to the public. At the time when Nigeria are being told to endure higher taxes, subsidy removal and rising cost of living, the surrounding such as agreement raises serious concerns. The central question is simple: if these deals are truly in Nigeria best interest, why do so many people keep details remain out of public views? France Minister sorry, the Finance Minister has attempted to counter the growing criticisms and the growing skepticisms. Look at what the Finance Minister said in the National Assemblies. Listen to this.
Honorable colleagues, we passed the tax laws on this floor, and Mr. Speaker, I took my time in the last 3 days to look at the gazetted past copy, the vote and proceedings of the House of Representatives, and also went an extra mile to look at the vote and proceedings of the Senate of what was harmonized. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, what I passed on this floor is not what is gazetted. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I have all the copies, but I'm coming under privilege because I was here, I gave my vote, and it was counted, and I'm seeing something completely different. So on that note, on this privilege, I will call on Mr. Speaker to graciously look at what was harmonized, what is in the gazetted copy, what was passed in the House and the Senate. You will find out what is before Nigerians, which is being sold to Nigerians at the Ministry of Information, which I personally went to buy the gazetted copies, are not what was.
According to him, France MOU is not a debt trap, nor does it undermine Nigeria's tax sovereignty. However, analysts point out that verbal assurances are not substitute for transparency. What actually are the tasks involved? Are these revenue sharing classes? What legally obligation has Nigeria committed itself to now and in future? Without all full disclosure, even the strongest economic argument begin to lose credibility. This is where P2P intervention comes in. Obi argues that economic leadership is not about grand announcement, but clear numbers, open documents, and measurable outcomes. He questioned how Nigeria can be asked to tighten their belt while major international agreement remains largely unexplained. His most striking point: true reform does not fear scrutiny. If the France MOU strengthens Nigerian economy, then publishing it full terms should strengthen public confidence, not weaken it. For many Nigerians, this movement exposes the core flaw in government narrative: reforms without transparency breed distrust, not hope. So tonight, the issue is not France, not tax reform, not even Tinubu versus Obi. It is about governance, openness, and accountability, and whether Nigeria are being treated as partners in reforms or mere spectators. What do you think? Should the full details of France MOU be made public? Is the government doing enough to earn Nigeria trust? Drop your thought in the comment. Subscribe for more in-depth political analysis and watch our related videos as we continue to flow the fact, not the slogans.